Hey everybody, it's Aditya Foldiore here with your Week 7 must starts. So first up at quarterback, we have the Seahawks' Gino Smith. Gino Smith has a good wide receiver core to throw to, and he's finished as a top 18 quarterback 3 times this season. Now he faces the Arizona Cardinals defense, which has allowed 9 passing touchdowns to 4 interceptions this season, in addition to 3 quarterback rushing touchdowns. Geno Smith can run the ball sometimes, not often, but against a porous Cardinals defense, you can expect Smith to get some of those touchdown opportunities that he didn't get last week against a good Bengals defense. Opposing quarterbacks are averaging around 20 fantasy points per game against Arizona, with 4 out of 6 opponents throwing over 30 passes. So this is a good spot for Geno Smith. And while he hasn't been the top 10, top 12 fantasy quarterback that you may be looking for, there are 6 teams on bye this week for week 7. So Geno Smith is a guy that you can definitely pick up and stream off of your waivers, or if you've got him in 2 QB leagues, he's a good start as well. Another start at running back now is the Commanders' is Brian Robinson. Robinson, I recommended as a start in week 5 against the Bears. That didn't go so well, mostly because the Bears blew out the Commanders. In the 2 games where the Commanders have been blown out against the Bears and against the Bills, Robinson has gotten a snap share less than 50%. In all the other games, Robinson has received a snap share over 50%, and he scored at least 13 fantasy points. So now he gets a New York Giants defense that has struggled, that has allowed at least 100 yards rushing to opposing backfields in every single game this season. And the Giants offense is struggling. Quarterback situation is a little bit in flux with Daniel Jones's injury, and the offensive line is not great either. Do not expect this to be a blowout from the Giants end. I know the Bears blew out the Commanders a couple of weeks ago, but I do not expect that to happen with the Giants. Brian Robinson will get over a 50% snap share, and he will be a good start this week for week 7. At wide receiver, we have the Chiefs' Rashod Rice. Rashod Rice has 4 games of at least 5 targets this season, with 3 games of at least 4 receptions. He's been mostly a part-time player, receiving a 34.4% route participation, but he also has a 36.9% target rate, which ranks first amongst all receivers, which means when he's on the field, he gets utilized often. So with Justin Watson's injury, his dislocated elbow, you can expect Rashod Rice to be out on the field a little bit more often and to continue to get utilized at that high rate. The Chiefs need wide receivers to step up for Patrick Mahomes, and Rashod Rice is a guy that continues to get utilized for them when he's on the field. And now that he has a chance for more opportunities, he faces a Chargers defense that's allowed a 75-yard game to an opposing receiver in every single game this season, including 3 100-yard receivers. So fire up Rashod Rice this week. Now at tight end, we have the Packers' Luke Musgrave. Luke Musgrave has gotten 7 or more targets twice this season, but 4 less targets in his 3 other games. He averages 6.8 fantasy points per game, which is number 20 amongst tight ends, which is a decent tight end floor in a week where there are 3 top 18 tight ends on bye. Add in that his opponent is the Broncos, and Musgrave's range of outcomes projects higher than usual. The Broncos have allowed over 7 targets per game to opposing tight ends, yielding over 80 tight end yards in 4 out of 6 games this season. The Packers are utilizing Musgrave as one of the offense's top 4 options, and now facing a porous Broncos defense pushes his range of outcomes into that top 8, top 10 tier of tight ends, making him a good upside start for Week 7. And there you have it for your Week 7 must starts. Set those lineups, and good luck for Bima getting this week.